Yo, how's it going everybody? Ray here. I know I don't usually start videos off this way, but that's because I just want to put in a little announcement because I am reaching 2K very soon, and I would like people to ask me questions. I'm going to answer these in my next video, which should be around the time when I reach 2K. Just ask me anything and I'll be sure to answer it. I also wanted to do this thing where I get voice lines from a lot of the people that have helped me through my time on YouTube, and I wanted to get some fan voice lines in there as well, just like congratulating me for 2K, the YouTubers that I'm going to be asking. I'll approach them myself, but if you do want to get into that and you want me to put you in the video, if that's something I'm going to be going ahead and doing because I'm not sure yet, just submit all voice lines to my email, which is raythebluejay@gmail.com. Very easy, I'll put that in the description. And yeah, thank you guys so much for sticking with me, and I hope you enjoy the video. Alright everybody, welcome back to the actual video. The main thing I wanted to talk about, as most people noticed by the actual thumbnail, you might be wondering, why are you talking about randomizer? Arena randomizer, doesn't no one play that anymore? That's actually what I initially thought going into it. Turns out I had a lot of fun playing on this community server, and you will often find these servers that have a very tight-knit community. And the reason why I'm talking about this is because I definitely think a lot of these game modes need to be paid more attention to, where you'll see a lot of people say, oh, like TF2 is dying, nobody plays it anymore, everyone's leaving for, God forbid, games like Overwatch. Oh no, how dare he mention it in a TF2 video. I don't play Overwatch, people know this, but I will probably eventually start. Not that I'll be making videos on it, I can't record it properly anyway. I played it a little bit when it was free for a couple days and I never went back to it. I don't think I'll get into it as much as other people have, but in a way it's good because that's why I definitely don't feel the TF2 burnout as much as I've seen other people feel it. And not that it's bad, it's natural, everybody goes through different stages, but even playing Arena, playing randomizer, which I haven't done in about, I think, at least 1 year before I recorded this. I was surprised people were even playing on the server because I have the tendency of searching for servers that have custom maps, and everyone knows they don't exist anymore. There are no servers in America which I can find running custom maps, which is so annoying because it really makes me wish I played more on Star's server because he had an incredible map rotation. I still think that he had a map rotation that I don't see on servers now. Even if I'm going on searching for community servers, it's like very rarely will you actually find something that is populated, which is quite saddening. But even then, it's not even just for games like TF2. Rats, Instagib, and Strike Vector were also games that, for people that did play them, were actually quite popular when they were first sort of advertised or talked about by Star or Germa, and afterwards no one really played it anymore. I actually was really excited to start playing Rats Instagib when it was first brought to my attention, and I did actually go about and buy it. And when I first started in December of 2015 or sometime around that, it was actually a very popular game. People were playing it, you will always find people playing. And now it's pretty much a dead game. Even games like Strike Vector, which I haven't actually played, but even reading by the reviews, you'll have this issue where nobody plays them and you can't buy the game because the community just isn't there, or it's not big enough for it to be a worthwhile game to play. And it's awful because it takes away from the actual experience that you'd have buying the game, and maybe the game is good, but it's just not worthwhile because of that. And that's exactly the problem that we have with TF2. There's a lot of great maps that are out there, a lot of maps that I would want to play, and if I would ever actually have my own server that I would run, which I have considered, I just am not able to do it right now. But if I will get to that point, I'll definitely make sure I include a lot of the maps that I would want to play, because one of the biggest advantages of having a fan base, especially with TF2 and having a server, is that you are graced with the ability to populate it. Yes, other YouTubers have talked about this issue specifically, but it's just something that needs to happen because otherwise you will rarely find servers that actually run the maps you want to play. Just as an example, I know I never do live commentaries, and there's a big reason for that. I do want to bring it up because some people might be wondering, well, if you're actually going to be talking about randomizer, why don't you just do it live? First of all, there is this big stigma around live commentaries for me as well, but I've seen other YouTubers have this concern about the content in general that comes out of that, it just feels like it's content that you don't put enough effort into. That's a reason. That's a big reason. But for me especially, I either get frame drops or lag spikes, or just I can't focus on the game and talk at the same time. Streaming is different. I might get into that in January when I get a setup, but for now that can't happen. That's why this gameplay isn't live, and it probably should have been, but I couldn't do that even if I wanted to. The last time I tried doing a live commentary, because we are talking about community servers, was when I tried playing The Hidden, which was about a month or so ago. And there was a hacker on the enemy team. I couldn't even play the game because if you don't know how the Hidden works, what he would do is he would play sniper and he would just headshot the Hidden, and basically when you kill him you become the Hidden. I think everyone knows this by now, but it sucks because even that game mode isn't played very often. When I did want to play it, it was ruined by people that just think hacking in something like that makes them cool. And even in Arena, just playing in a very tight-knit community, having people on the mics because this server was all talk, it was really fun. It just felt like you were part of something, even if it was for a brief moment, and something that deviates from what I usually do, especially because what I do most of the time nowadays is just play comp, matchmaking, which is incredibly broken. I could make a whole separate video on that, and I did want to, except I'm kind of refraining from that because I've already talked about it in my Scream Fortress video, which was more about me griping about matchmaking rather than actually the Halloween update, which honestly I barely played. I just played lobbies, or either that, playing matchmaking, which I'm probably gonna stop for a while because it just isn't fun all the time, and MGE. And in situations like these where you are playing Arena Randomizer, which is one of the most random things ironically, it's just, you can enjoy the game for what it is. And just having the ability to do that with a game that's already 10 years old is honestly amazing. It's really fun, and it makes me appreciate it all that much more. And again, it's not to say that I'm the best at randomizer, I really am not. I barely play this game mode to begin with, but just some of the maps that I played on, like Arena Refinery, I remember Star making a video on that in 2012, and just playing this map all over again, just, it made me feel so nostalgic. What I'm getting into is that you don't always have to play this game competitively, or you have to try hard and casual to get the highest kill streak. It's not just about that. Just playing this game mode and interacting with the people that do frequent it regularly will make you really appreciate TF2 in the long run. I don't think this game is dying. I think it's far from that. I definitely do think that Valve, on a lot of the things that they are updating the game on, they are very late. Honestly, even if I talked about comp and a lot of the clear issues it has, it wouldn't fix anything because we just have to give the game time. That's all there is to it. I still have a lot of video ideas. There's a lot of things I want to be doing, a lot of videos I want to be creating. I don't think it's just an empty shell, but there are things that people need to realize about YouTubers, because when you make a video about something and when you're actually playing the game, that is two completely different things. You know, you play the game to have fun. When you make videos, you want to actually have something to talk about and something new. And when you check the same footage over again, you don't want to be always doing the same thing. I think it's ridiculous that some people go as far as criticizing YouTubers for playing Overwatch or moving on to other games other than TF2. It's natural. I'll probably do it eventually as well, because you can't stick to the same thing for years and not get bored. I'm, again, fortunate that I haven't reached the burnout point. I don't doubt that I eventually might, and I think it's good to prepare for that ahead of time. And I did make a video talking about other games. It was my old in games video. I did get approached by some people telling me they did enjoy it, and I'm happy to hear that. I will try diversifying my channel, but again, the last time I tried making a live commentary video was with Fallout, and that didn't go well, and that will probably never be seen. So I'll have to see in which direction I take my channel. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and I should be reaching 2K pretty soon, and I couldn't be more thankful for that. So again, leave some questions down in the comments for me to answer, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.
Still got my vices, still got my drive though, like I still got my license, still got my light bulb, like I still got my light switch, and that bitch stays flicking. Still got a tight grip on vision and intuition. Devil still throwing parties, I still throw away the invites. Road to success, bitches still trying to hitchhike. Wrapped up in these dreams, still feeling like it's skin tight. Blind faith to the promised land is still feeling inside.